So I've got my 2 cups of ice. I've got my pearls right here. I've got my 2 cups that I'm going to build in. Got my lychee syrup, and then I've got my milk. If you wanted to make this dairy free instead of milk, you could use a juice like a mango. Into my 2 cups, I'm going to go ahead and put 2/3 of a cup of ice. Leaving a third right in here. I'm going to mix in here, and this is where they're going to actually get built. Into the 2 cups, I'm going to add half a cup of my pearls. Yours may not be ready yet, but I'm just showing you in advance so you can see what it looks like when you build your stuff. Half a cup. And I get a little bit of the syrup in there, that's okay. These are, to Jim's point, they're like, this is so sweet. It is sweet, but it's decadent.
Stop. When are we supposed to do the drum roll, by the way? Just
wait for me to do the shake.
Okay.
You know, so many people do
I will do a
those.
fantastic drum roll. I've been practicing all week.
You know, Jim, so many people do like frappuccinos and all those exotic Starbucks and other, and they're, you know, those have 500 calories in them. So this is, you know, just another indulgence.
I'll just say thank you.
Yes. All right. Ooh, if you guys have if you've never actually tasted the lychee puree before, please give it a taste, especially in your box when you've got all these new fantastic things to add to your pantry. If you've never actually tasted them before, you should always, before you start working with them, taste it so you know what you're working with. 2 to 3 tablespoons.
A lychee martini is going to be in the future.
Okay, so I'm on your page. I'm on your page and I registered. I'm going to register for that narrative. Oh yeah. So I've got a 1/3 cup of ice. I'm adding in my 2 to 3 tablespoons of lychee puree. I've got my tea, 1 cup, and it goes. And then I'm going to go in. I'm actually going to go with the milk route because I like milk in my tea. I take milk in my tea. And I just need half a cup. There it is. Now you could get a shaker and shake it. I'm a stirrer. This is also how I take my martinis. I don't shake them. I just stir them. And then once this is nice and cold, I've got a little bit of dilution happening to it. I'm going to pour it over my cups. And let me switch up my views here so you can see what it looks like. Here are my cups. Here's your GoPro view. Half, another half. And then your straw goes in, and the slurping begins. And the slurping begins.
Wait,
you guys.
Wait, you can't do that yet. You didn't give me, I was going to.
Oh, I forgot your, okay.
Ready?
Just rewind, and then.
Go.
Sorry about that, Jim. I got all excited. I was like, let's do the boba. Let's get this boba.
You didn't get my.
And so there it is. Your boba tea.
You didn't get my drum roll.
I didn't. My life is forfeit. I'm sorry.
Try it again. Try it one more time.
Go ahead.
You know if you can hear it.
I can't hear it.
I don't think you can hear it.
You didn't hear it. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it again. That's all I got. Sorry.
E for effort. E for effort. Solid gold star. Solid gold star. There's my timer. Your steeping should be done by now. You should have, once it's done steeping, rinse it into a colander. Cold water. Put it into a container that can hold a quart of liquid. Once it's in there, add in your simple syrup. Give it a zhuzh. And then, actually, let me. grab a different, there you are, my hot pad. Come take a look at these mochi. They are not quite done yet, but I want you to see what they look like halfway through the bake. Come and take a look. Mochi cupcakes. Bada bing. They're soft, almost set. I do a little tester with a toothpick, just like you would with any cupcake. And if it comes out clean, it's almost clean. There's a little bit, I'm gonna try it on this side so I don't get to the, maybe like 2-3 more minutes. It's still a little bit wet, but what we're looking for is soft but set. And when a toothpick goes in, it comes out clean. This needs about 2 more minutes. Again, if you're ready to build up your bobo, 2/3 a cup of ice into the cup that you're going to be experiencing in, 1/3 into your shaker, 1/2 cup of pearls for each glass. And then your lychee, your tea, and your milk in the shaker. Stirry, stirry, stir, or shaky, shaky, shake, and pour right on over. Holly, have you made yours yet? Shannon, Brian, have you made yours yet?
I'm almost done.
Shannon, how do your round 2 pearls look? No lumps?
I just poured the simple syrup over them and rinsed them.
And did you poured the simple syrup in a container? Ah, yes. And did you give it a zhuzh? And they're not sticking, correct? Once you guys get them into the simple syrup, give it another taste. Give it another taste. James, I'm checking in with you. Holly, awesomeness.
Holly, A+.
Well done. And she got the straw,
I use chai, guys.
It's black tea with,
The BOBA pearls are still a little chewy.
so there's gonna
So
be a little
Holly-
bit of, go ahead.
Totally worth it, like to do the recipe?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be afraid? Okay, I'm gonna do it.
You guys, am I waiting for James to see what he has to say about his boba?
Should I drain the balls from the syrup or should I just?
Yes. No, so the bowls, once your boba pearls are done, James Jr., you're going to bring them over into a colander at the sink, rinse them off, and then you're going to put them into a container that can hold 1 quart of water, and then add your simple syrup to it. So did you rinse I think you rinsed your pearls already. Did you rinse your pearls already?
Yeah, we rinsed the pearls and I put them in the syrup.
Okay, fantastic. You don't need to rinse them. Just take 1/2 cup of the pearls into the container that you're actually going to be enjoying the beverage from. Have 2/3 a cup of crushed ice as well. And then a separate container, you're going to put in 1/3 of a cup of ice, 2 to 3 tablespoons of the lychee puree, depending on how sweet you want it, your cup of tea, and then 1/2 cup of milk or mango juice, either or. Holly, what's the one thing that you learned today? Let's talk teacher to teacher. What's the one thing that you learned today that you did not know before you got on this call?
Cassava, what it was. That tapioca is cassava.
Mm-hmm.
That's very informative to me. I made boba before, but the 5-minute quick kind from the Asian store. And this kind is way better.
How is it better?
The other kind is more like, well, hold on. This kind is like the kind that you get at the boba store. The kind
Authentic.
that I bought, yeah, is like you can't keep it in water because it'll do weird things like right away. And they don't squish into powder when you get them. They just are really packed in there or something. But these ones
They're par cooked. They're par cooked. That's why they're.
So I learned that this one's better. A lot of
And,
thank
and
you.
now you have the tools. Now you have the tools to make it happen.
Mhm.
Shannon, what's that one thing you learned that you didn't know before you walked into class?
All of it.
She's all of the above.
I didn't know any of this.
She's like, I now know how to have non-lumpy pearls,
Right, I made a big lump.
lump-free,
Right,
lump-free. Brian, Jen, what's that one thing you learned today?
But I have a question. So it's in the simple syrup now. What do I do? Do I put it in
Yeah,
a?
This is how you're going to actually hold on to it and store it.
Okay.
And then now it's time for you to build up your boba. Start with, grab whatever cup that you're going to be drinking out of, that you're Shannon, and grab another like pint glass or something like that, or for martini shaker if you have it. Yep, that'll work. In the cup that you're going to actually experience the beverage, you're going to put a half a cup of the pearls and 2/3 a cup of ice. Cubed or shaved if you would. And then in your shaker, 1/3 of a cup of ice, 2 to 3 tablespoons of the lychee, your cup of tea, half a cup of milk.
I already mixed the tea with the lychee and cream here.
Yeah. Getting a
Oh,
thumbs up from the James and company. Tastes good. What'd you learn? What'd you guys learn today? One thing.
Oh man, I learned everything. I didn't know anything about so this whole process is like cool to me. We went to a not a restaurant, but one day we were milling about and happened upon one of these places about a year ago, and it was really, really good. So when I saw this, I was like, oh man, we got to do this. My son, he's all into this stuff, so he's enjoying it. That's
Good.
it. What did you learn? How to make boba.
All of the above.
All of the above. Thank you.
Thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of your day. I know it was a long day, so thank you for ending it with me. Thank you for breaking the virtual bread cup soup. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. And thanks to Jim and company, thanks to the Daily Feast and company for allowing me to be a part of it.
Thank you. It was great.
Thank you. Yeah.
You were
Cheers.
delightful. Thank
you guys were awesome. Thank you
Nice
for-
meeting you all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chef.
Thank
And
you, Chef.
This was a nice break in the day with a busy week. So I don't do this very often. I don't know about you all, where you just kind of take some time for yourself and just enjoy doing something different that you'd probably never do otherwise unless somebody pulled you aside or invited you. So appreciate Brian, James, and Shannon, and Holly, and Dorothy all for joining. This has been informative. I'm looking forward to I went off camera a few minutes ago. My daughter came in here to make sure I wasn't making it without her. So as soon as I get back from my AA class, BOBA AA, I got to be clear there in case the lawyers are listening. As soon as I get my BOBA AA class, I will be making this tonight with my daughter. So thank you so much, Jeff. Appreciate it. Great meeting you all.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
You guys were
Bye.
awesome. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
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 What are the little bubbles?
And there it is.
Awesome. I'm going to stop recording.
Okay.